Hello everyone and welcome back to Wicked Reading. Today I'll be reading SCP-1813, Schrodinger. Object Class, Safe. SCP-1813 is a female manatee, 45 years of age with a weight of 1,252 kilograms and measuring 4.7 meters long. SCP-1813 was recovered from a canal near an electrical facility on the shore of Hillsborough Bay in Apollo Beach, Florida. SCP-1813 is physically and behaviorally normal. SCP-1813 emits vocalizations audible 4 to 5 minutes before and after they are actually performed. SCP-1813 is not louder than a mundane manatee, but sound emitted appears to bounce off itself, increasing in volume exponentially before abruptly fading. The sound produces a rippling effect, causing subtle, visible distortions in the surrounding area. While SCP-1813 vocalizes, living subjects within its radius can be observed with 1 to 8 transparent and corporeal duplicates of themselves. The copies move through space as the subject had, and will have, until finally merging into the original subject's present location with no harmful effect. Extended exposure, however, appears to cause variances in the effect, with copies of the subject moving in ways that the subject hadn't, or would not. Further prolonged exposure testing is not recommended, as this tends to cause original subjects to exhibit unpredictable properties, requiring original classifications. The effect does not present itself when subjects are exposed to recordings of SCP-1813. Visual disturbances are not detrimental to living subjects or inanimate materials. SCP-1813 does not seem to create physical duplicates of itself when it vocalizes. It is not known whether or not the duplicates simply do not exist, or if they overlap SCP-1813 in such a way that they would be invisible. Researcher's Note: 005 Auditory Test. The SCP-1813 effect causes something like a physical echo, although the reasons for the divergent behaviors of the copies is not completely understood. It is apparent at this point that in addition to copies saying things that they did not yet say, also say things that they would not and will not say. Testing with white rats in a complex maze in SCP-1813's chamber reveal a minimal amount of copies, 1 to 2. Paths chosen by the copies in the maze are at most times completely different from the original subject's intended and traveled path. Copies also vary in color, sometimes being black or brown, and in one instance, purple. Footnotes: 1. Addendum: Audio Sample 034. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1813 is kept in a 200,000-liter tank constructed with reinforced glass, located in the biological sector of Site-18. SCP-1813 is to be fed a diet of lettuce 3 times weekly. Maintenance security personnel are to be mute or muted prosthetically before performing duties in the area. Any vocalization in the cell is grounds for disciplinary action or termination, depending on propagation of the effect. The area is monitored with surveillance cameras at all times. Jets with the purpose of churning the water to harmlessly frighten SCP-1813 and cause it to vocalize are installed in the tank and may only be activated for testing purposes with approval from the site director. SCP-1813 is to be fed double the amount of lettuce after tests and is to be supervised for at least 8 hours daily, regardless of testing, by a marine biologist equipped with noise-canceling headgear.